Hi guys, welcome back to Planet Mithril. My name is Mithril and today I have for you my take on how to paint up Tauriel.
Tell me, Melon, when did we let evil become stronger than us?
A character who wasn't even in the books and didn't exist until the Hobbit films. This Tauriel model is a deceptively strong powerhouse on the tabletop, able to go toe to toe with numerous foes and cut her way through orc and goblin alike whilst maintaining a sincere heart and really bringing a lot to the Hobbit films in general. Now, unfortunately, given the very temperamental nature of Finecast, you might find some of the detail hard to pick out on this particular Tauriel sculpt, albeit it being one of her better sculpts overall. This is the great exercise in trying to balance some very vibrant oranges and greens with some more earthy browns and reds to really unify Tauriel's look and bring her to life. I'll be working my Tauriel off a black undercoat which I've applied with Chaos Black spray. Brush is ready guys, let's get to it. I'm giving a base coat using a 1-to-1 mix of Bugman's Glow and Cadian Flesh Tone to Tauriel's face and hands. A lighter base coat to begin with to help reflect her elven complexion. Her long, flowing orange hair is being given a base coat using Mornfang Brown. You'll need a few coats to get a smooth, solid coverage over the black undercoat, making sure to catch all the wispy bits flowing out around her. Her trousers are now being base coated using Gal Vorbak Red. Her knee-high boots and the braces on her forearms are now being base coated using Thondia Brown. Her velour velvety tunic now is being base coated using a 1-to-1 mix of Caliban Green and Warg Flesh. The Caliban adds some depth and richness whilst the Warg Flesh helps keep a subtle pastel hue which we want for that velvety look to her tunic. Her skin is being shaded down using Reikland Flesh Shade. Her hair, trousers, boots and braces are now being shaded down using Agrak Surf Shade. Her green tunic is now being shaded down using Croak Shade. Now I'm building up the basic shape of Tauriel's face now using Cadian Flesh Tone, leaving the shade showing in the recesses around the eyes, sides of the nose and cheekbones especially. I'm also defining the fingers individually at this point. I'm building up Tauriel's skin tone and facial structure now with a 1-to-1 mix of Cadian Flesh Tone and Kislev Flesh. The nature of the Finecast sculpt means her face will look slightly odd at this stage, but once we finish the highlight stages she'll look slightly less fish-mouthy. My first highlight is being applied using pure Kislev flesh, where I'm now just starting to frame the more pronounced and upper features of her face, letting the previous layer stage sit underneath to reinforce my blend. A final edge highlight to the brow, nose and more extreme edges of Tauriel's face and knuckles now is being applied by adding flayed 1 flesh into my Kislev flesh at a rough 2:1 ratio. If you want afterwards, you can glaze this back with some Reikland flesh shade after to bring some warmth back to her skin if you feel she's slightly too pale when finished. Her eyes are being picked out now using Abaddon Black and finished off with Pallid Witch flesh. Now I'm taking a 2:1 mix of Mournfang Brown and Bestigour flesh and applying this as a blocking layer to her hair, separating out the larger wisps and sections of hair, leaving the shade showing in the larger recesses to build in some initial shading and get the basis for my blend. I'm continuing to build up the shape and body of Tauriel's hair now with another layer, having added more Bestigour flesh into my mixture. You can see how I'm drawing this in lines across her sculpt to create some subtle texture there, and carefully starting to define individual strands and twists of hair, building on my blend from the previous layer. A highlight is now being applied using pure Bestigour flesh. You can see how I'm focusing this towards the front of her brow and the most prominent curls and waves over her hair to really dial in the movement of the wind whipping through those glorious orange locks. With the hair looking just how I want now, I'm applying a glaze using some heavily diluted Seraphim Sepia to tie all the layers together and strengthen my blend. The trousers are being given a layer using a 2:1 mix of Galvorback Red and Tuscaur Fur. This is being followed by a second layer adding more Tuscaur Fur into my mix. With a fine highlight now being applied with pure Tuscaur Fur just to accentuate the outer stress points of her trousers. Now I want to maintain the slight pastel hue to Tauriel's tunic, which should really help keep the velvety look to her elven garb. So to begin with, I'm going to apply a layer over the greens now using a rough 3:1 mix of Warg Flesh to Warboss Green. Again, this has a slightly desaturated pastel hue, which will help build on the Warg Flesh underneath. You can see how I'm defining the flow and movement of all the material, leaving the croak shade showing in the recesses. I'm continuing to further define the shape and movement of Tauriel's tunic now by adding more Warboss Green into my mix, nice and gradually so as not to overblow the tone as I go. There's some really interesting texture here, slightly harsher lines over her corset as you define more of her figure, contrasting with the more billowy, softer sections which hang down below her waist. I'm continuing to add more Warboss Green into my mix until I reach my final highlight stage where I'm using pure Warboss Green and just accentuating the most prominent folds and edges of material, defining the outer lining of her figure and finishing off the movement over the material. Finally, I'm applying a glaze to the tunic now using a heavily diluted Athonian camo shade. I'm layering up the braces and boots now using a 2:1 mix of Thondia Brown and Zamesi Desert, framing her calves and feet whilst leaving the shade in the creases and around the ankles and between any grooves. Adding more Zamesi Desert into the mix and applying this as an edge highlight over the braces and boots. The belt around her waist now is being picked out using dryad bark. This is then being followed by an edge highlight using Gawthor Brown. Her dagger blades and any other buckles now are being base coated using lead belcher. I'm now hitting the daggers with a targeted shade of Nuln Oil. Once dry, these are all being given an edge highlight using Stormhost Silver. Finally, the dagger hilts are being picked out with Rhinox Hide. And with that, our lovely Tauriel is ready to hit the battlefield in defence of her Elven Kin and Dwarf love interest. Still feels weird to say to this day. Now, my Tauriel I've based up using some snow effect, given this sculpt depicts her at the Battle of Ravenhill. But you can also base her with a more Elven inspired base, the tutorials for which can be found in my 5-minute bases playlist. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hit that bell to make sure you never miss a Mithril upload. And thank you so much to all our patrons. You can support us over there for as little as £1 a month. Link is in the description below. Take care guys, and as always, happy hobbying.